Me? I know you're gonna dig this.
Well, for the second to one, and now they got the man trapped at third and hanging it up. And second and two, handoff goes to McCaffrey up the middle, finds a little room, lot more room, and he's off to the races.
Welcome to the In the Zone Sports Talk Radio Network. You're listening to the Just Us Sports Talk Show with your host, Kate Diggs from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the small city with the large heart, and co-host Dana the Hater Clark from St. Petersburg, Florida. Also co-hosting Murray E. Baskerville from Gotta Be More Careful, Baltimore, Maryland. These are your hosts, bringing you the ultimate in sports news for the ultimate sports fan. Be sure to download the Try 99 TV app on any smart device and subscribe to In the Zone Sports Talk Television. The cost is $4.95. Thank you in advance for your support. Now sit back and prepare to get into another episode of the Just Us Sports Talk Show.
Yo, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? It's May the 4th, 19th of 2026, and the weather is nice outside. And the weather is nice outside in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and we are live here. You got K Dix, you got Dane on the line, and looking for Rich to come on live with me. I think Mo he's on vacation. I can't tell nobody where he's at. He told me if I tell y'all, he have to kill y'all. So I don't want nobody to die. So I'm gonna let it be known that I didn't tell nobody where he was. I don't even know if he's in the country. I'm be honest with you, but you know what? Better him than me. Because the way this country's going right now, I don't know if I'm gonna leave right now. I don't know if I'll be able to get back into the country. So I'm sipping on a little tea right now. I got a little something going on my throat, but I guess I should be fine. So we got Curry. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Got Curry on the line with us. Dana, unmute yourself for me, please. Let me see. I got you. Okay, we got Dana, unmute yourself if you can. I muted you by accident. Let's see if we can get him unmuted. All right, Dana, if you can unmute yourself, please do it. I did it by accident. But anyway, guys, we got an exciting show for you tonight. Like I said, it's May the 4th, 2026. The weather here is a cool 67 degrees, 63 degrees. I don't want to know I don't even want to know what the weather is down in Charlotte. Curry, I don't know because I know it's better than weather here. Dana, I don't want to know what the weather is down in Miami. I mean at St. Pete, because I know it's better than what it is up here. So I'm okay with that. So let's get started. MLB standings 2020.
Hey, Kevin.
Yes, sir.
We're having some unseasonably cool weather too, so don't feel bad.
Oh, really?
Don't feel bad.
Okay. So you guys got to put on coats and anybody wearing shorts down there?
Yeah, it was in the 40s this morning.
Oh man, yeah, that's not good. It wasn't 40 up here. It felt pretty good this morning. Felt pretty good. Excuse me. So let's get started. MLB standings. Mo's New York Yankees are 23-11. If I'm not mistaken, they don't have the best record in the major leagues no more. They're 11-5 at home, 12-6 on the road. Great start on the road. Above they 6 games above 500. On the road, they're plus 65 run differential. They won 3 in a row. They're 8-2 in the last 10. The Tampa Bay Rays, they don't go away. They can go away, but not going away quietly. They're 21-12, 1.5 games out of first place, 11-4 at home, 10-8 on the road, plus 7 run differential, won 3 in a row. They're 9-1 in the last 10. After that, you got Blue Jays, Orioles, and Red Sox. Red Sox, of course, they fired their coach, Alex Cora. I don't think they should have fired him, but it is what it is.
They've been winning since they brought him down.
Ain't that something? Detroit Lions are 18-17. This division here, Curry, going to be very interesting because it's like between all the teams, the 3-game win and loss from the top to the bottom. So you got Detroit, who are 18-17, 12-3 at home, but they're terrible on the road. They're 6-14 on the road. They're plus 18 run differential, 1-2 in a row. They're 5-5 last 10. They're the only team in that division that has a plus in the green differential of 18. 8 bounces, -3, -15, -17, -5. But Minnesota Twins are 15-20, 3 games out of first place, and they're in last place out that division. In the West, you got the Athletics 18-16 in first place, 8-8 at home, 10-8 on the road, -10 run differential, 1-1 game, 5-5 last 10. Texas Rangers are 16-18. Seattle Mariners are 16-19, so they're a game, 2.5 games out of first place. Both have lost games in a row. Texas Rangers are 4-6 in the last 10. Seattle Mariners are 6-4 in the last 10. In the National League East, you got the Atlanta Braves 25-10. Command, it's smooth sailing from here on out. I'm gonna say this right now. I don't see nobody doing no damage out there at all. They're 25-10, 12-6 at home, 13-4 on the road. 13. Let me say that again, ladies and gentlemen. 13-4 on the road, ladies and gentlemen. Did you hear what I said? 13-4. I ain't stutter. I ain't back talk. I said 13-4. Their run differential is 81 plus, 1-3 in a row. They're 8-2 in the last 10. Miami Marlins are 16-18. They're 8.5 games out. Nationals are 9.5 game out. Phillies are 10.5 games out. Mets are 12.5 games out. I'm looking for the Mets to fire their coach, but they said he's okay. They said they're okay with him being there. I don't know. But that division is Atlanta Braves 25-10. They're almost a double digit for second place, where we know, just looking at the standings right now, that might be the only team that come out of the playoffs in the East would be the Braves. In the Central Division, you got the Chicago Cubs at 22-12, 14-5 at home, 8-7 on the road, a plus 42 run differential, 1-5 in a row, 7-3 in the last 10. St. Louis Cardinals are 20-14, 2 games behind, 99 at home, 11-5 on the road, lost 1 game, 64 in the last 10. You got the Cincinnati Reds, Brewers, and the Pirates coming up in the rear. Out west, the Los Angeles Dodgers are 21-13, 12-6 at home, 9-7 on the road, a plus 63 run differential, 1-1 game, 5-5 last 10. San Diego Padres are 20-13, a half a game out of first place, 11-8 at home, 9-5 on the road, a -1 run differential, 1 game, 4-6 in the last 10. You got the Diamondbacks, the Rockies, and the Giants all coming up in the rear. Giants started out hot, but now they cooled off. I'm looking at this thing, man. I'm looking at this. Atlanta Braves are healthy, guys. Now, Acuna got hurt just recently, I think, but I don't know if he's on the IL. Curry, do you know if they put him on the IL or not?
No, I don't think so. No, but I would like to talk about them Braves.
Okay. Okay. Dana, can you unmute yourself? I cannot unmute you, Dana.
Dana, can you hear Kevin?
Dana, unmute yourself. I can hear him, but maybe he can't hear me. But I'm saying he needs to be able to unmute himself.
I can't hear him.
Or he can just.
I can't hear him.
Yeah, Dana, you can go out and come back in maybe, and then we'll be fine with that. I don't understand why. You used to allow me to unmute everybody. I don't know what's been going on. Too many people been putting their hands in the pot and messing up the brew when it comes to this network. Might limit people's. Okay, Dana, can you hear me?
Hello?
Dana, can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard him.
Okay, we got you. We got you. Okay, so is this us three for right now? So, Curry, let's talk about them Braves 25-10. Okay. Their run differential is 81. They're the highest right now in the front of anybody else. And let's look at the schedule that they have. They've been. Let me see. Let me go full schedule. So the Braves, as we know, the Braves, this is the healthy they've been in a long, in the last 2 or 3 years. This is the healthy they've been. And if you look at what they're doing right now, they swept the Colorado Rockies, took 3 out of 3 from them. They took 2 out of 3 from Detroit, who's in first place. They took 2 out of 3 from the Braves. Took 3 from Washington. Actually, took 5 from Washington, and they swept the Phillies again. Only time they lost 3 in a row was to Arizona. No, I'm sorry, they lost 2 to Arizona. They was a 3-game skid, but they lost 2 to Arizona and lost 1 to the Angels. That's the longest skid they had all season long. And now they're coming up to Seattle. And then at May 8th, man, they're coming out to LA. That's going to be a nice series. But go ahead, Kerry. I'm going to let you go talk about your Braves for a little bit. Go ahead and do your thing.
Oh, yeah. I definitely want to ring the bell here. First off, the best record in baseball at 25-10. Number 1 in ERA in the National League, and number 2 in all of baseball in ERA. Only team that's ahead of them are the Yankees. They're number 1 in slugging percentage, number 1 in fielding percentage. And oh, by the way, they have not lost a series all year long. So, and the defense has been playing remarkable. Their pitching is good, led by Chris Sale, who is 6-1 with a 2.14 ERA, and Bryce Elder, who is 3-1, but he has a 1.88 ERA. So they're doing it with pitching, defense. They just doing it every way you can see possible. Stolen bases, and they can hit the ball, but they can also hit you out.
So let me ask you a question. Do you think it was more or less a managerial situation last year that they needed that change? Or you just think that they're being healthy right now is the best thing for them right now?
So there's a combination of both. Dana, you probably agree with me on that. It's a combination of both. They are a healthy team, but you know they're playing really well. Last year they just got off to such a bad start till it was so hard for them to catch up no matter what. I was just hoping they got back to 500, which they never did, but but they fixed that. So they came out the gate running this time.
Okay, so I'm looking at so Acuna is on a 10-day IL. Manager Walt Reed said Sunday that Acuna has been diagnosed with a grade 1 strain of his left hamstring. Chad Bishop of the Atlanta Journal-Constitution reports. Now, this is my question about hamstrings, guys. And I'm going to say this. As a kid growing up, I didn't know how important your hamstrings were when it came to playing sports, because I've always took pride in working out, making sure my body was ready to play whatever sport I was going to play. And also stretching, like I need to stretch the whole 9 yards, just doing the things that need to be done in order for me to be at the best available shape possibly that I could be when I'm playing sports.
I would consider it. I don't love the move right now.
So my question is this right here. When it comes to hamstring pulls, is it because they're not stretching enough or not preparing themselves enough? Because to me, I don't know if you can blame the trainers on them not stretching like they should stretch. Because it comes when you strain your hamstring, it comes from you trying to exert yourself to a point where your hamstring can't really handle what you're doing. So that's what I'm saying. Like, like I said, me playing sports, I never pulled a hamstring ever. And like in track, I always stay loose. Like I tell the kids now, I say, yo, like the kids today, they'll go to track meet and take their jacket off, and it'd be chilly outside. And I'm like, yo, you got to keep your body warm. You know what I'm saying? You need to get a rub down, keep your body warm. And I used to run like 220s in between high jump, long jump, triple jump. So my body was always ready to go. But I think that when it comes to the hamstring situations, is that because the trainer's not pushing them hard enough to exert their stuff for being prepared to play the game? Or do you think that that pulling the hamstring is just a common thing that happens in sports? And I'm gonna ask Curry first. What's your thoughts on the situation with the hamstrings?
Well, I think that with the hamstrings, I think that's just one of those things that's just going to happen. And I mean, if you're a fast runner, you're probably going to have a hamstring tear, pull, or something go wrong with your hamstring from time to time, because you're constantly trying to get faster than what you are. You don't see as many hamstring pulls with these slow guys. It's always mostly these fast guys. So I don't think it's anything to do with them not getting in the proper stretching, because I'm sure that's where the strength and conditioning coach will come in. And if it was just a strength and conditioning coach, I think it'll be sort of an isolated incident where it might happen with one or two or maybe three players. But it's across the board. I mean, you see that in baseball, you see it in track, you can see it in football, you know, so it happens. But usually, in my opinion, I think it happens more with the fast guys.
Okay, because you know, even with the running back that the Rams had, Stevens, I think it was Stevens. He came in right after Marshall Faulk. I remember this guy ran 80 yards, pulled his hamstring, and he was not right after that for the rest of the season. And that's what I'm saying. I think when you pull your hamstring, depending on if it's a minor hamstring, if it's a bad hamstring, it's hard to come back from that. And they say it's a grade 1 strain, so that's not that bad of a strain. He might have felt something pull. So he should, I mean, they got him on a 10-day DL, so he should be fine after that, because they definitely need his back. You know, and I mean, it's a long season, but I'm happy for the Braves. Not because my co-hosts or their teammates, I mean, the co-hosts like the Braves, but to me, the Braves and the Dodgers has always been a battle. And most times, the Braves always end up getting the best of the deal from the Dodgers. And so I would love to meet them down the road at some point of the season. At the end of the season, the playoffs, and see how well they face off with each other. But right now, if I were to look at sports betting, they probably have the Braves and the Dodgers playing for the World Series against the Yankees and whoever else is in the West. I mean, in the East. I mean, in the American League. So again, kudos to the Braves for coming back, being the team they needed to be. Again, being healthy is a key part to. But what I'm really most impressed with the Braves is that's the record that they have when they're away from home. 12-4 is so impressive right now. That's so impressive to me. 12-4 on the road. Let's let you know they're handling their business. They are definitely handling their business. And they came to Philly. I don't know what the weather was like, but they took three straight from the Phillies at one point in time. So again, 12-4 on the road, that's tough. That they're definitely taking names and kicking butt. Dana, any comment on the Braves?
No, man, just keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing, like you said. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing.
As soon as my Lakers go to the finals, I'll be back with my Braves.
Lord Jesus. See, he always got. Look, ladies and gentlemen, don't blame him on that mind. Don't blame him on the heart. Blame him on the mind.
I'll tell you.
Said something about the Lakers.
You said you were most impressed with the road wins, and I agree with you.
Yes,
that is impressive. But what's most impressive to me is the fact that they've been through all of April and the first few days in May and have not lost a series. That's what's impressive to me.
Yeah,
Because there's no team
right
that has lost that has not lost a series other than the Braves.
And I think there was one series where they tied Arizona. They had 1, 2, 3. They had 4 games with Arizona. They tied.
Right.
They had the first 2 and lost the 2. So they tied with them. So every other series they have won. And I'm gonna say this: if you can win 3 out of 4, then you're sitting pretty. You turning hay, you turning straw. I mean, you turn your hay into bricks. And when you put bricks together, it builds a house, and the house is sturdy.
And that probably explains why they have an 8.5 game lead.
Exactly. Yeah, the wolf can come and try to blow the bricks down, but if it's hay, he can blow them down. But if it's bricks, he can't do nothing with it. You know what I'm saying? So it's really, I'm really impressed with that right there. I really am. And speaking on the Dodgers, I watched them the other day. I was going back and forth with them with the Celtics game and their game, and I'm a little concerned right now with them because they're playing like we can turn it on, turn it off type of thing, because they lost 2 out of 3 to the Cardinals. They lost 2 out of 3 to the Marlins. And I'm looking, but the thing that I'm not really concerned about is the pitching, because when they bring Blake Snell back, that's going to help the pitching tremendously as well. He's in the minor leagues right now getting himself together. But the bottom of the batting order is was keeping them alive. Andy Paez, he's batting .317. Muncy has 9 home runs, and Paez has 27 runs batted in. They're the bottom of the lineup, so the top of the lineup is not doing anything really that well. Ohtani I don't think he's had a hit in like 12 games. Not 12 games, but 12 at-bats or something of that nature. So I don't know what's going on with them. I'm a little worried because I think they're maybe going through the motions. And I'm going to say this. As a player, I can never get tired of winning. Bill Russell said, I wanted to win a championship every time I had the opportunity to win a championship. I want to win one. If I lost one, I was mad. I didn't want to lose to nobody. I wanted to win as many titles as I could win. And now we're talking about basketball in 82 games, but the reason why I brought him up is because he won 11 championships, right? But to play 180 some games and then you got to play games after that, that takes a toll on your body, takes a toll on your soul. And so we'll see. Hopefully the Dodgers top of the lineup will break out of this. I know Mookie Betts is still out. They said he had a setback with abdominal rib strain. So we don't know when you're going to see him back. But again, I think Kim and Ball or Call, they have did a great job. Not Call, but Ball, I think it's Kim, has did a great job replacing him on the defensive side of baseball. The ERA is what's keeping them in. Their pitching is what's keeping them in games, because I watched the St. Louis game and they had like 8 double plays against them where they just couldn't get the ball out the infield. So, and they came back and won game 4, but again, the bottom of the lineup was what brought them through this, carrying them through this time right now, because it looked like they're just going through the motions. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't go through the motions, because at the end of the day, you want to have. I don't want to have Game 7 in Atlanta. I'm sorry, I just don't want to do that. I want that Game 7 to be in LA. I want the Game 7 of the World Series to be in LA. I don't want it to be in Toronto. I don't want to be in New York. I don't want it to be nowhere else but in LA, because that gives us home field advantage. And I think sometimes if you think like that, you play like that. But again, I think they're going through the motions.
Well, you might get your wish there, Kevin. You might not have to worry about playing a Game 7 in Atlanta. The Braves might sweep them. So you know. But I watched your game yesterday. I watched the Cardinals and Dodgers yesterday. Ohtani, he looked like he was really struggling he was an offer for yesterday and offer for the series, but he just looked like he was struggling too hard. Just need to relax. I would not be concerned about the Dodgers right now. They're just hitting the funk right now, and that's the same thing's going to happen to the Braves. The Braves are going to hit a funk, but hopefully they won't give up too much ground when they do get into that funk.
Right, exactly, and that's the thing. But see, y'all guys got a little cushion. Y'all got 8 games in front of y'all. We got a half a game, but the Padres always play tough. And speaking of the Padres, guys, the Padres just got sold to husband and wife for $3.9 billion, and they're saying that money is no object for the Braves going forward. So we can count on the Braves to start spending some money, like the Dodgers, the Mets, the Toronto Blue Jays, the Cubs, teams like that. We can start. We can kind of see that coming for Padres if it does happen in the near future. So congratulations to them on that right there. Philadelphia Phillies coach manager, he got fired. And it was weird because remember I talked about that last Monday. I was like, why? If anybody should have got fired, he should have been the first one fired, but they ended up firing him on that. We talked about on that Monday, and that Tuesday it happened. Boy, I tell you, I'll be on time with some things. But I tell you right now, man, look here. People don't understand. I just know things, you know what I'm saying? I just know things. You know, I just you get that, you got that feeling inside you that just say, hey, say this and say that, and maybe this will happen or that happen, but it is what it is. So right now in baseball, the bottom of the 7th, you got the Mets 4, Colorado 2, Boston and Detroit 0-0. Phillies up 1 against Miami. Tampa Bay is 3-1 against Toronto. New York's up 2-0 against Baltimore. Cincinnati, Chicago is 0-0. Cleveland didn't start yet, and Milwaukee and St. Louis hasn't started yet. So the Brewers, though, I don't know. I don't keep track of what happens in the free agency, but I don't think the Brewers lost a lot. And the way they was playing last year, I could have swore that they was going to be the team to go to the World Series, but they basically hit a funk now, as Curry would say, and they're struggling to stay keep their head above water right now. And I'm really surprised at how bad they are playing, because they are 18-15. They're 10-8 at home, 8-7 in a row, but they're plus 45 in run differential. They lost 1 game in the final last 10. So it just depends on the timing of how they play or whatever the case may be. So hopefully they can get it together, and see how well they go into May and June. See if they can turn it around and be competitive. Because if not, Chicago, Cardinals, Cincinnati, all right there in a bunch, can make a run. But again, that whole division, 3.5 games out of first place, from first place to last place, so it's opening up. So that gives you some room to say, hey, even the Pirates are 19-16, 3.5 games out of first place, but they're in last place. They can say, yo, we win 4 or 5 in a row, we on top again. And that puts pressure on other teams to perform. So we'll see how well this works out for baseball. Again, like I said, the Phillies manager has been fired. They got a new manager. Who did they hire? Don Manley went to the Red Sox,
Is he
right?
I thought he was. I think he's at Philly.
Oh, did he go to Philly? Philly. Okay. Yeah, I think Don Manley went to Philly. I didn't care too much for Don Manley when he's with the Dodgers. But I'm gonna say this though. I think sometimes you just need a different place to go to make things better for yourself. Being a manager first time, if you're lucky enough to get a team, a mature team, you do well. If not, then you just have to hopefully get a chance. Maybe you get a second chance, and he has a second chance. And since he's been there, which I think they got fired. What was that? Monday. What was last Monday? The last Monday was the 24th. I think it was 27th. So 20 since then, let me see. They 27th. They beat San Francisco 7-0. They got postponed. They beat San Francisco 3-2. Beat San Francisco 6-5. They beat Miami, lost to Miami, and beat Miami. So they've won. They won 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They won 6 out of the last 8 games. They play in the Marlins tonight. They got Athletics, who's in first place, Colorado Rockies, and they got the Boston Red Sox coming up. So we'll see how well how this pans out for them guys in the near future. All right. Free agency in football, man. I wish Rich was here, but this is crazy because in free agency in football, the top 10, you got Jennings, wide receiver, Stephon Diggs, wide receiver, Deebo Samuel's wide receiver. They're in the top 10. All 3 wide receivers, the 2 wide receivers out of the 3 are former San Francisco 49ers, who they let go, walk away, and go to other teams. So I just talked you up, man.
Oh, my bad.
I just talked you up. We're talking about free agency for football, and out of the top 10, we got 3 wide receivers. 2 of them were were former 49ers. You being a 49er fan, do you think Juwan Jennings will be back in the 49ers uniform? Do you think that ended ugly for him there, or what's your thoughts on that?
I don't think he's coming back to San Francisco. He wants more money, and he probably deserves a little bit more. But he's not coming back to San Francisco. No, we're not going to pay him the $12 to $15 million that he's probably going to get somewhere else.
So okay, so let's say if he does a 4-year deal, a 5-year. So let me ask you a question. Do you think in the deal that he gets, will he get a player option 5th year, or will he get a team option 5th year? What do you think what could happen with him?
I think he's going to get a 3-year, maybe 35 to maybe $36 million contract, up to 40 maybe.
So you're talking about 3. You say so. You don't think he does another 4-year. You think he does a 3-year at $40 million? You're saying so?
Yeah.
So 40. So let's say he probably gets about. If he does a 3-year at 40, he probably gets roughly $20 million guaranteed.
Well, it's going to be 13. It's going to be 13 a year. And some change. I mean, that's where I think he's at.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't. I mean, he might get $20 million from somebody who's a little bit more desperate at wide receiver. But I can't see him being he's not a $20 million receiver.
Well, no, I'm saying as far as guaranteed money. So if you're saying you saying 3 at what again?
3 years, $40 million.
40, yeah. So I'm saying he gets.
I'll probably guarantee him 27.
Okay. So and a deal like that could be a nice little piece of change for him that motivates him to want to play somewhere else.
Yeah.
My question though is this right here, and we lost Mo. I mean, we lost Rich. Dana and Mo. Okay, we got Rich back. Where do you see a great fit for him going forward? As a wide receiver, the injury his injuries are over and done with. He's healthy right now. He's healthy as a horse, basically. And he's ready to play football to wherever he goes. Where do you guys see the best fit for him right now going forward? Rich, where do you think he could be good at?
Who, Juwan?
Yes.
Me personally, I think him going to Miami would be good. Like they don't have anybody. They got they got some young talent. And so I think he's a good wide receiver to have because he's a big catch receiver. You know what I mean? He could turn something.
So you think
from nothing
into something?
Yeah, he could turn nothing into something.
Okay, so
he could turn nothing into something. And they got that young QB.
Dana, what's your thoughts?
That young QB, and he's untested.
Dana, what's your thoughts on Jennings maybe going to Miami as the primary receiver for Malik Willis?
Wow, I read that somewhere that they were looking at him. But I think, excuse me. I think that'll be a good pickup for Malik, though. But I don't know if Miami want to pay anybody because they haven't signed Achane yet. So I don't know. I don't know if that'll work right now. We got to get our boy in there. Yeah.
Did they pick up his 5th year? Was Achane's 5th year option?
No, you can't. No. You can't.
Okay.
Can I answer that for you?
Go ahead, Curry.
Achane does not have a 5th year option. He was not a first round draft pick.
Okay, so he was looking for a payday.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
He earned it.
Okay. Curry, do you think Jauan Jennings would be a good fit for Miami Dolphins?
Yes and no. I think he would be a good fit, like the guys are saying. But the reason I say no is because I don't think Miami's got money that he would probably want, and they're not going to give a bunch of money to a free agent. They've already said that there's probably not going to be any high-paid free agents coming in this year. So that's why I think that I don't think he would be in Miami unless they can get him on the cheap. And I don't think he wants to play on the cheap.
Okay, and so I would like to see him in Buffalo, but I don't know if Buffalo can afford him at the price that Rich came up with.
Well, they just signed the guy from the Chicago that was at Carolina.
That was a trade, right?
DJ Moore.
Yeah, wasn't that a trade?
Well, they gonna still have to pay him.
Yeah. So I can't say Buffalo, even though even with him being there, I think that the money is gonna be an issue with him.
Baltimore would be a good landing spot too.
Baltimore would be great.
I agree with that.
I think Baltimore, the Ravens. I'm going with the Ravens, even though I don't want him going there. But I think the Ravens would be a good spot for him. I definitely don't want him going there. I'm looking at the AFC. I mean NFC, and only other place maybe the Falcons could be a spot for him. They got money.
Green Bay would be excellent.
I was thinking Green Bay too. I was thinking Green Bay at first. I'm gonna go with the Packers. I think the Packers or the Ravens would be a spot for him. That's what I'm gonna go with that. The other wide receiver out there is Stephon Diggs. Now he got some issues going on outside of football. That may question people how bad does he want to play football again. But this is what he had. He had 85 catches for 1,000 yards, 4 touchdowns in his long season with the Patriots. Reduced play speed keeps Diggs a little lower on the list, but he's still a savvy route runner with inside-outside element flex. He can create separation to the ball, plus he has toughness to operate between the numbers on an in-breaking concept. So, Stephon Diggs. Whew.
The Chargers.
He got to wait to see if he's gonna win his trial.
So Rich says the Chargers. Let's go pick an AFC, NFC team, Rich. Chargers and who in the NFC could you think?
The Chargers and the Eagles.
The Eagles.
Is that's if a trade's done with AJ Brown?
Yep. With if a trade's done with AJ, I'll say the Eagles.
Okay. Dana, where you got him going to? AFC, NFC?
I got him going to the NFC. New Orleans Saints.
That'd be a great spot.
That's nice. What about AFC? Who do you think?
In the AFC, I think the Cleveland Browns.
Ooh.
Okay. Curry, who you got?
Well, now that's the name that's been popping up that could possibly be a Dolphin. His name has came up about being in the Miami, and I think they could get him and fit him under the salary cap. At his age, he can't demand a big salary. So, but I think he would be a definitely good fit there with his leadership. And see, he would be a low risk going to Miami because one, they're not going to pay him a lot of money because they don't have a lot of money. And number two, you got to keep into consideration that he's got these legal things coming up at him. And you don't want to grab somebody like Stephon Diggs and expect him to be your number 2 receiver or whatever, and then all of a sudden the league suspends him for 6 games. Then that'd be a waste. But I can see him going to Miami.
Okay. All right. And what about NFC?
NFC, I think the Commanders could definitely use him.
Okay. Okay, let me see here. For me, Stephon Diggs. AFC. Didn't the Colts lose a wide receiver to Pittsburgh?
Yeah, he lost Pittman.
Okay.
He lost Pittman.
So I'm gonna go with the Colts in the AFC. In the NFC, I'm gonna say the Bucks.
The Bucks could use him.
I'm gonna go with the Bucks on that one. I'm gonna go to Bucks. Next up, wide receiver, we got Deebo Samuels. I think if the guy stays as a wide receiver and not run the ball, he's gonna stay healthy. I think that's where he hurts himself more so than anything else when they involved him in the run game. That's where he takes some nicks. He takes some hits from linebackers that he wouldn't normally take because he's a wide receiver. So only thing you're getting hit by is a safety, corner, maybe. Or if a linebacker runs you down, you get tackled him. But as a runner, I think this is where it hurts him being so versatile. And you can still use him as a decoy, you know what I'm saying? As a decoy, as a running back, if you have that type of offense. So, Dana, AFC, NFC, where do you see Deebo Samuels?
I got Deebo Samuels going to the Raiders in the AFC. And I have him for Atlanta in the NFC.
Ooh, okay. Curry, what you got?
Well, in the NFC, I don't see any contending team aggressively going after him. Otherwise, they would already done that. But I think in the NFC, I could see him going to a team like the Vikings. Or in the AFC, I could see him probably going to a team like the Jets.
Ooh, okay. Rich, what you got for us?
AFC.
AFC.
I see him going to. Cleveland, actually. And the NFC. He coming home.
Back to the bike to the 49ers.
He coming home.
He coming home.
Okay.
But don't you think they would have grabbed him already?
Nah, I don't think so. Cause they didn't have to. They didn't have to rush out the grabbing. When he's going to be cheaper. And not much cheaper.
Not much cheaper.
But he's going to be cheaper.
So they have Samuels. It says Samuels caught 72 passes and scored 5 touchdowns in his one season with the Commanders, with 63.7% of his receiving yards coming after the catch. A prior strider, he would benefit from a system that allows him to get loose on catch and run targets. So
he coming home.
I agree with the I agree with the Browns because they need something to. If they use him in a situation where he could possibly be he could run the football. That gives Junkins opportunity to get the ball if possible. But I'm also gonna say the Rams.
That makes zero sense.
I think he leads. I think he goes. I think the Rams could be a possibility for the simple fact that they still need that third wide receiver. They need him. They need a third wide receiver. Because they've never had a third wide receiver that could do what Debo can do. And I'm saying I think that he may be the one they give those vertical sweeps to, other than Puka. You know what I'm saying? So just think about if you put them in motion and give them the ball off the line of scrimmage, then that makes them dangerous. That makes both of them dangerous. So you got to watch both of them. So I'm saying I'm thinking the Browns or the Rams. But that's my thoughts right there.
Monetarily, that's my question. How do they fit Debo's 15 to 18 million under their cap?
Well, he's a free agent right now, so depending on what he wants,
he's gonna get 15 to 18. At least.
And they do have cap space though. Their cap space is let me pull it up real quick.
I mean, the fit will be nice. It's a nice fit. Debo can fit just about anywhere, but I just don't know where y'all fit it. Money wise.
So we look at NFL cap right now. Where we at? NBA, NFL teams. I just had it up here. Where did it go? Why can't I find it now? Where is it at? NFL. Cap. Okay, there it is. Cap trackers. So the Rams are 9th cap room. Okay, this is after, I don't know if they signed a free agent or not, but now 49ers got money too. They're like 10. You got Tennessee, Washington, Jets, the Chargers, 49. Now the Chargers could be another spot for them as well too.
They could.
So Chargers got they could. 49ers got 43 million, and the Rams are sitting right around 28 million. With cap space. But if you do, well, I mean, you can't do what they did with Will Anderson because he signed a contract extension. But now I'm looking at the cap space. I'll take the Rams off of there, and I'm gonna put the Chargers there.
That's 2 AFC teams.
Oh, there it is, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take the Browns off of there and put the Chargers
He's coming home.
I think he's coming back home, but he's not going to 49ers.
He's going to San Francisco.
I'm looking at the Clippers. I mean, I'm looking at the Chargers. I'm still gonna say the Rams.
Unless we get Joey Bosa. If we get Joey Bosa, then we don't get Debo.
So those are the three wide receivers on the list that I have right now. We can just do the wide receivers. But there was a question though, guys. I put in the chat room for y'all. Let me see if I can go back and get it. About where we at? The 5 biggest busts in the NFL going forward next year. It said 5 most likely 2026 NFL draft busts in the AFC. This is the AFC. I thought it was through all. I don't know if you guys got it. I don't know if you guys read this or not. But the number one on the list, guys, is Caden Proctor, offensive tackle, Miami Dolphins. It says here, throughout the pre-draft process, the talk around Proctor is whether he is fully committed to football. There's never a good sign for a player who eventually gets taken at number 12, which is where the Dolphins took Proctor in an effort to jumpstart their prolonged rebuild. At Alabama, Proctor consistently battled weight issues and came into the combines at 352. If he can keep himself in check physically and show dedication to the sport, he has the talent to be either a blindside protector, as he was with Crimson Tide, or a slide over to the right side. Regardless, this isn't a question of talent involved. It's a question of want to, which always concerns for players with so much.
Oh.
Did I lose Kevin?
Yeah.